Now, I'm not going to go to the phones. I got credit where credit's due. It is our seminar caller. We know it because he finally just did it the right way and just said, look, it's me. No need to put on airs. Seminar caller, welcome back to the Regular Joe Show. I understand you want, I guess, my reaction on some insane Trump quotes or comments is my understanding. Is that accurate today?
Yeah, well, one is Trump. The others are from people in his inner circle.
Okay,
I would make the argument that we are so numb to him and his people saying such utterly insane things that, I mean, the media doesn't even cover it anymore. It's just unreal. So,
so give me some examples here.
Sure. Well, Vance in his press conference about the Minnesota situation says that the ICE officer has full immunity. Did the Constitution change, or was he just referring to the fact that Trump will pardon anyone and everyone that he feels like?
Well, I think what he's saying, because again, I don't think he was giving a legal dissertation. I think he's saying that that it will turn out to be a justified shooting based on the circumstances. Therefore, he'd be immune from prosecution because he didn't break the law.
That's a very generous interpretation on your part of full immunity.
Well, okay, but I don't again, I heard it when he said it. I don't recall him saying, well, according to the Constitution, or according to Section 2814- he was answering a question in a general term.
No, he says the agent has full immunity, which would mean,
I understood what right. But I think it's contextual, right? You've got to have it in the context of the question he was asked and what he answered. Now, if I may, since I think it'd be even more entertaining if we do this in a kind of a tit for tat way. You had your first one. I'll let you get to your second, but let me see if you can translate this for me. This is a rather Neanderthal-looking left-wing protester in Minneapolis over the weekend. Now, you'll forgive all the beeps, but he didn't have the cleanest of mouths. But here he says, look, well, let's just listen to what he said.
People need to show up with guns to face you guys. It's time for an armed resistance against the United States of America.
Take your mask off.
This is done. We're done. You're murdered. You shot a woman in a wheelchair. We need to come back with weapons. Go to the gun store, get a gun, learn how to use it, and face you guys man to man. By any means necessary.
Now, it's hard to follow, but I mean, accused him of shooting a woman in a wheelchair. I don't know if he meant good, but she wasn't in a wheelchair. But he said that protesters need to go to the gun store, buy guns, and face off with ICE man to man. Is that an insane comment, or are you good with that?
Of course it's an insane comment. Why would you take an audio clip of a crazed leftist and go, oh, do you support this?
Well, I mean, I just figured he might be like a relative or, I mean, at least a beer buddy. I don't know. I mean, I'm just going off of the constant concern over every little conjugated sentence that J.D. Vance or President Trump give. But yet we have, and I mean, I've got several of these just over the weekend.
Second item? I know this.
Well, no, but I'm going to get to your second item. But I mean, I'm just pointing out that we have leftist after leftist calling for the assassination of ICE agents. President Trump by name. We have one of those.
Lock them up.
So I just want on the record. You think they should all be locked up? Yes,
they break the law, of course.
Okay, and then just for the record, with Renee Good, she was interfering with Renee Good. She was interfering with a legal law enforcement effort, which is a violation of federal law. Should she have complied with the agents when they told her to stop and get out of the car and be arrested? Would that have been the correct thing for her to do?
Absolutely. But the ICE agent didn't need to shoot her either.
Well, I mean, if somebody's trying to run you down with a car and you had a gun, would you try to stop them? Would you try to stop them from hurting people? Just curious.
Yeah, I'd shoot them twice through the side window and call them an effing bitch. I would do that too.
So first of all, that latter part is a complete. There's been no video that shows. Everyone keeps claiming that phrase. Let's not repeat it because I don't use either of those words. But there's no video that shows that. Number two, there's 2 bullet holes in the windshield, not the side.
Wait, that wasn't said by either Ross or another ICE agent near him?
Okay, now we're moving the goalpost. You said the guy that shot her called her an effing B, and that nobody has been able to produce. Nobody's been able to produce that video. Send me the video.
Make the assumption. I would make the assumption it's most likely him, but it could be.
Have you seen the video?
Standing in close.
Do you have the
standing
video?
in close proximity to him.
You have the video then?
I'm sorry. No, I heard the audio.
Well, okay, audio, video.
The fake news.
Well, no, I'm asking. Send it to me because
in?
I've yet to see it match to the shooter, to the agent that did the shooting. I've yet to see anything match that, but that's okay. I mean, but the bottom line is
it was probably Good's wife that said that. I bet. Right?
What does? Well, I mean, she was actually having words with them, but either way, I didn't bring that up. You did. What is an agent supposed to do when their life is in danger? What is the proper response when they have seconds to respond?
I think we would beg to differ on.
No, I'm asking what you think. What is the law permit?
From what I understand, there's actually regulations saying that you're not supposed to shoot into a moving vehicle and you're not supposed to stand in front of the moving vehicle.
My question,
but I'm not an IC.
My question is, what does the law legally permit a law enforcement agent who fears for their life? What is allowed under law in terms of the response? Are they allowed to use lethal force?
To use deadly force back. We all know that.
Okay, well, then there we go. Into that one.
That's not
all right, what's your second quote?
Question.
Go ahead. That is the question. We keep blaming the agent. She was the one breaking the law. She shouldn't have been there in the first place. She was her third stop of the day. She kept trying to interfere with law enforcement. She had been warned.
To go off on a tangent slightly, speaking of training and such, what do you think of the fact that ICE has cut the amount of training these guys receive by 50%? And, it's 47 days. You know why they get 47 days of training?
Because we have 20 million illegal aliens running around in the country. We need to get rid of them.
No. Why do they get 47?
You tell me the story.
You know why?
I mean, give me. But that's
because it's a vanity thing by Nome to.
Have you ever thought that your head would be better served not letting the president live rent free there? I mean, he lives rent free in your head. Everything about Donald Trump is on your mindset all the time.
Who has higher hiring standards, ICE or McDonald's?
Oh, well, based on my experience with McDonald's, I'm going to go with ICE. But let's go to your second quote. I mean, that's a ridiculous comparison. So that's okay. Go ahead. You want to be absurd.
Regarding international law, Trump said the only thing that, and I'm paraphrasing, the only thing that can refrain him is his own morality, not mortality, which would be even more pathetic, but morality. Do you agree that for any president, the only thing that can keep them in check to what they can do international-wise is their own morality? One, that's completely false, and two, I would make the argument Trump has no morality, so that's really, really scary.
Well, that's your subjective opinion, but I guess to answer your question, where in the Constitution does it speak to how we should respond to international law and how it supersedes our Constitution? Can you point that out?
I have absolutely no idea.
It's not in there. You want to know why? Right. International law does not govern the United States of America. Our Constitution cannot be superseded by the Hague. You want to talk about morality? Are we going to go by the people in the Hague as the bastion of morality in the world? So the short answer is, I would say, to answer your question, certainly the president's morality, whoever that president is, but as governed by the Constitution of the United States and as overseen checks and balances by the co-equal branches of government and the will of the American people. You notice what was not in that formulation at all? International law. Don't care about international law. Go on.
Trump, well, he doesn't need to go to Congress, apparently, so why go to anyone?
Well, there's things that he doesn't have to go to Congress to, and there were things that the president, not just Trump, any president was supposed to go to Congress to, and you know who changed that and gave that power to the president? Congress. So,
Obama or Biden?
No, Congress actually changed the rules going back in the 70s, and they gave broader latitude to the president to do certain things. And he's following those rules. Right. Now suddenly Congress is like, oh, no, we didn't mean that when we did it, kind of, sort of. I know facts get in the way, but go ahead. Third quote.
Let me quote the. I'd like to quote the esteemed Stephen Miller.
Okay.
We live in a world which you can talk all you want about international niceties and everything else, but we live in a world, in the real world, Jake, that is governed by strength, that is governed by force, that is governed by power.
Okay.
These are the iron laws of the world that have existed since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
After we take Greenland, do you think we'll take the Sudetenland as well?
So the end of the question, or the end of the quote, so you forgot to put that end quote. What is incorrect in what Stephen Miller said? Historically speaking, what is inaccurate in what he said?
Oh, it's totally accurate.
Okay, so then what's your problem?
That has been the history of the world.
So
it has not been our history.
That's not true either. Manifest destiny. Right. I mean, tell me the culture. Tell me the culture that has not used their strength to maintain their position of power. I have no fear in saying we've done that because we had the right to do it. We have the right to protect ourselves. In this idea, no one's trying to invade Greenland. There's 30,000 people. That dropped faster than Maduro did. It's not even the point of it. There's nobody trying to invade Greenland. We're not attacking Greenland.
Threatening Denmark and threatening NATO is really smart. I mean,
who threatened? Wait, hang on. When did we threaten NATO? Which we, by the way, we fund. Which we've had more funding going to NATO under this president than any president in history. Tell me how he's threatening them by getting them more money.
We're not threatening to take Greenland.
My question was, you said, when did we threaten NATO? Tell me the time. Give me the specific quote where we threatened NATO.
When we said Greenland should be ours and we want to take it, maybe.
So when we said we would like to have a strategic alliance with Greenland and give them our power of protection versus Denmark. But does Greenland not get a say? Hold on. Does Greenland get a say in it, or does Denmark just have all rights to them forever?
I'm not familiar with Danish law. But
no. Let's talk about Greenland law. What do the people of Greenland get to determine?
We can virtually do whatever the hell we want in Denmark. In Greenland.
I didn't say that either. You said that.
By just talking to the Danes.
That's what we're doing. Hold on a second. We're meeting with the leaders of Greenland tomorrow. They asked for that meeting. Do you know we have a treaty from 1951? Hang on. Do you know there's a treaty from 1951 the United States has with Greenland that allows us to do just about anything we want militarily in Greenland? Do you know that exists? Did you even know that was a thing?
Yeah, NATO has a base there. We have people there.
No, I'm talking about the United States with Greenland.
We could probably do whatever the hell we wanted to.
Okay, the United States with Greenland. We've already just established that we have a treaty with them that allows us to cooperate militarily. The president says, I'd like to talk to them about expanding our relationship and put them under our protection versus them being under Denmark's protection. And suddenly this is a threat. We're trying to end the world. We're trying to end NATO. Maybe we should learn to listen more carefully. Nobody's ever talked about attacking Greenland. The only people that ever talk about attacking Greenland are the people on the left. Now, look, we're up against the break. I want you to get your fourth quote out because we're up against the break, and I got to go quickly. So what's your fourth quote?
Sure.
0 for 3. Go ahead.
This is a real gem from Elon Musk. Remember, if non-whites openly hate white men while white men hold the collective majority, then they will be 1,000 times more hostile and cruel when they are a majority over whites. White solidarity is the only way to survive. He retweeted that out with 100%. You agree with that?
Well, my question is, what position does Elon Musk have in this administration?
None. He has no influence whatsoever.
No. What role does he have in this administration? What's his title?
Technically 0.
Oh, so he has not. So he's not. So you start out by saying quotes from the people in his sphere and his administration. You go to someone that's not. And here's the bottom line with this. Well, again, the language, I'd have to read exactly what he said. The fact is we do have self-loathing, particularly middle-aged white liberal women that hate everything about themselves. They're the same ones out there protesting, creating all these problems. And yes, when you are self-loathing, it does create problems. It creates major problems for you, for your community, and for everyone around it. So again, I'm not here. I don't apologize or explain Elon Musk. I don't work for Elon Musk. I don't do anything with Elon Musk. And he's not part of the administration. But obviously, you've sublet a room in your head, the one that you're giving rent-free to Trump, now for Elon Musk. I'm telling you, star 988. It will help you.
The Regular Joe Radio Show.